don't know about you, but I've been on LinkedIn now for 7 years, and Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, 7 years. And when I first joined this platform and the others, I would just create a few videos, produce some genuine content that was of value, give quite a bit of stuff away I would love to be able to charge for, but I just accepted we've got to give value first. We've got to be able to compromise. Let's give some value in order to play the longer game. Great. And it worked. And I have been fortunate enough and great and blessed enough to have been able to bring some value, be noticed by posting videos and content and getting noticed. And I've been fortunate enough to have the people respond who have gone on to prove to be incredible clients that have taught me so much and helped me in so many ways. And I've also helped them in business and helped them to grow, and I've created lots of value, and it's been amazing, and I wouldn't change a thing. But I'll tell you something, over the last year or so, and it's particularly over the last several months, it's almost impossible to get noticed, to get your content engaged with by the right people. Some of the best content I've ever created, in fact, some of the stuff that is absolutely prime, game-changing, business-changing content, I've kind of given freely on videos on LinkedIn, Facebook, on YouTube over the last year, and given the top stuff, game-changing stuff, and it's just completely like crickets, they say, don't they? Nothing. And that's because the space is so loaded, you can't get in. You just can't get seen. You've got to pay a fortune through the nose to get seen, and that's just crackers. Or you've got to jazz up your technology and create an amazing funnel and all this process to actually end up at the end of it with a little bit of profit, if you're lucky, right? So it's just become almost impossible. And by the way, this is no complaint. I've got no complaint with it. I always find a way, and I always have done, and I have found a way. But I'm making an observation that I know I can create value, and I know in the one area that I focus on, when I'm at my best and really focused and really tuned in and on form, very few people are better. But I just can't get heard anymore. I put some great stuff out, just gets nobody engaged. It's like it just goes in nothing, right? So for some time now, I've been going really old school and offline, and we're going back to recommendations and all that, which has been terrific and has absolutely helped me no end. And through, as normal, hustle and innovation and being prepared to do whatever it takes, my business has survived COVID and everything else, and it's still a business where it's me, just me. And I started that way in 2013, just by hustling, when I had no brand, no name, knew nothing about online, didn't have anything, thought LinkedIn was a job club. I was incompetent online, but I needed to earn money because I just walked away from a sales director's position and in multiple six figures, and I now was a coach with no clients, and I needed money, and it was going to take me time to learn online. So I did what I needed to do. I got on the train to London because I knew that's where my tribes were, where the entrepreneurs were, and people in the personal development community and coaches who really were in the most need of what I had to teach. And I got myself early to meetups, and I would introduce myself to the organizer, and I knew there'd be speakers, and I'd find out about their tribe and their community, and I'd find out what they struggled with, and I'd say, what about this, what about that? And I'd produce a few ideas to the organizer. He'd say, that's fantastic. I'd say, give me 5 minutes tonight. Give me 5 minutes before the main speaker. Let me get on and give your guys, your community, some free tips on me. And 8 out of 10 of them say, yeah, go for it. And 80% of those times, when I'd done my 5 minutes, the organizer would say, I want you to come back as the main speaker next month. Will you do that? And I did that for 3 weeks solid. And it cost me 60 quid a go from Swindon to London. But at the end of 3 weeks, 15 nights I did it, 13 out of the 15 times I got on the stage, 13 out of 13 times on the stage, 11 times I got invited back as the main speaker. I ended up becoming a sought after speaker in London. I ended up getting nominated for the Sales Coach of the Year award and won it. I ended up getting enough clients to establish a 6-figure business and be named the #1 sales coach in the UK after 5 months after starting out a complete unknown, right? And had totally replaced my former income, because I was prepared to do anything, whatever is necessary. Not what's convenient, uncomfortable, whatever is necessary, and I always will. So this is not a rant. But you can't get noticed anymore. And as a consequence, whoever is the smartest with their tech and the smartest with their effects, and maybe has the best copy, or there's something as a novelty factor, you can end up on here consuming stuff and find yourself in the sales funnel of an idiot. A bunch of dickheads who have no idea, but by the time you get the product that's deliverable, you get this piece of crap which is not going to do anything for you, and it's full of them. Half-arsed fakes and pretenders, and you can't tell the true from the false. You can't tell the real from the unreal. You've no idea whether you're dealing with an expert or an idiot. And that's why this stuff, these platforms now, as far as I'm concerned, are almost redundant in terms of how to get business. And all I ever see on LinkedIn now is everybody slagging off salespeople. Someone connects with them and then tries to have a little go at introducing the services, and I see this great big article, or people pitching, people selling, it's so out of order. Get a fucking life. These people are trying to survive, they're trying to offer value, and I see that going on, that anti-sales movement, and it just makes me sick. It's pathetic. Grow up. Now, what's my point? The point is, there is a platform where if you are genuine, you can get on there right now, and you don't have to do any of this pretense. You don't need to try and produce Hollywood standard videos and all these effects and create content that's stunning in order just to get heard. And you don't need to try and create incredible titles and all this sort of creative stuff, or compromise your standards and go down the route of talking about what's popular to try and get noticed. You don't need to play any of those crap games, okay? This platform, you just show up. In fact, you don't even show up visually. You don't even need to look a certain way. You just show up and you talk. And you talk at an appropriate moment, and you choose whatever conversation you go into. At an appropriate moment, a window will open up of opportunity, and that window of opportunity is where you're able to speak with absolute certainty and expertise status. And if you grasp that window of opportunity that's there for you, whatever your game is, whatever your sphere of expertise is, whatever your industry is, you'll find a conversation about it, and you wait until your time comes, and you get up at that time and you talk and you say what you've got to say. No rehearsal, it's not recorded, and you can't rehearse. It's totally in that moment, and you say what you've got to say. And if you're any good, you don't even need to pitch. What will happen is people will come to you and they'll say, I heard you in that room, I heard you when you spoke, I heard the way that people responded, and you know your stuff, and I want to deal with you. Will you work with me? That's how it works, and it's free. So if you're not real, if you're a pretender, you're a fake, you're sort of trying to get one past everyone and be something you're not, stay here. But if you're the real deal and you're frustrated because you can't get heard, get yourself over to this platform right now and just show up in the right conversations. Be completely authentic. Choose your moment, and when the moment's right, be yourself and say what you've got to say. Speak your truth and demonstrate your expertise, and you'll do business. Been on there 3 weeks, done more business than I do in 3 months. Doesn't cost you anything. The real, genuine people become a target for the real, genuine clients who are waiting for you to show up, and they seek you out already pre-sold because they've heard you talk. And it's free, and it's called Clubhouse. It's the best social media platform there is, but it's only for the real deal people. So if that's who you are, get over there right now. I've got 7 spare invites. If you're the real deal and you want one and you'd love to take advantage of this, talk to me. I've got 7 invites, and I'm happy to share them with people who are very gifted at what they do, genuinely able to create real value, and are struggling to do it over here, where you're just throwing your best stuff into an ocean of shit, and your best stuff doesn't even surface. Just stop it. Get onto that platform, and you'll get what you deserve without needing to do any silliness to try and get even noticed. That's me. If that's who you are, get over there. You can get an invite, or you can talk to me. I'll get you an invite. Clubhouse, the real deal. Thank you. This will, by the way, will probably be completely ignored, so I'm no doubt talking to nobody anyway. So there we go.